Welcome back to the channel, guys. Ed from Kansas City. This is Axe here, guys. KvK time, guys. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the guild, the AG guild. It was a very, very heavy KvK, guys. Knight got 1.1 billion kills, guys, or points. That's 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 crazy, guys. That's insane to get that many points in KvK. I don't know if that's kills. I don't even know what that is, guys. But that's 10 times, almost 10 times more than what I got. And I was pretty much with him the whole time, guys. It was pretty. It was crazy, man. I did not know that guilds would be so active. So we were very active, guys. We had I think this was probably about 30 minutes. This was about 30 minutes in. There's the first target that you see right there. We will have all of the reports, guys, just about all of them. But night don't stop, guys. This is how the elite, this is how maxed accounts play, guys. Uh, it's a different vibe. It's a different flow. It's a whole different scenery with accounts like his, guys. Uh, I will say the guild was very, very organized, guys. We were collective. We were in sync. I thought it was a spectacular KvK, guys. I do got the video sped up a little bit. So KvK to me, guys, I've learned a lot on this KvK because I've had some KvKs that were, we got active, we got a lot of rallies in, but this one, that guy there tricked us, guys. He decided not to take another hit, guys. It's just so much to cover, guys, on this. It really is, guys. Watching Knight in action, anybody who is watching Knight in action has an opportunity to learn some rally leading points. Your stats don't necessarily have to be as high as or maxed as Knights is, First Knights is, but just being in his guild and being in the guild with him gives players like me and others an opportunity to grow, to learn, to experience high level large mobile gaming. So I love his style. He's confident, he's skilled, and he's extremely active. So shout out to my dude, man. Really great guy. So I scroll through this, so it gives me an opportunity, as I said before in the past, it gives me an opportunity to see everything that was taking place and have it recorded so I can refer back to it and kind of learn from it. Just learning different comps, different Felixes, things like that. Knight gets opportunities, guys. He gets the leadway and a margin that normal councils really don't get, guys. To be honest, it's this KvK showed me, guys. This is like, man, I kind of felt bad for some of those players who were caught in fury, guys. Not just the players who was caught in fury, but it's really bad for players who we caught. We caught several people, and we caught several people towel hitting during KvK, and I'm talking, I'm saying, man, we caught some of them towel hitting. It's like the guild was like a gang of scouters and reconnaissance. Just everybody's looking for targets. Everybody's participating. Everybody is like sightseeing to see what's going on in the kingdom. And we rotated and moved from kingdom to kingdom very frequently, guys. It's like once we would burn several players and take forts and things like that. We hardly ever took forts though. But once we didn't do a lot of we pretty much didn't really do any wonder warring. Honestly, we really did not do any. It's probably one or two battles, I'm guessing, not a lot at all, because we didn't really have challengers, and of course it was still early then. But it's we go right to the next kingdom, guys. So most of our points come from real, genuine kills, guys. That not players killing their own alt accounts and players constantly being zeroed and healing and things like that. This came from actually attacking, as you can see. Is having Knight and Davin as rally leads. Of course, they're maxed. Having them as rally leads affords them to do things that other accounts can't, and it allows us to do things that we normally couldn't do. There's this troller right there, guys. ASK trolling. They did that for a long time, guys, just following us around. I don't know why they did that. Why do people play like that? Just follow you around, try to steal your targets, try to feed off your targets. It's like they basically was following us doing KvK. So here's another. That's the comp there we use for that, and it gets to show you all the kills, how big some of these targets are. It seemed like so many. We had some players. Honestly, like I said, I felt sorry for them because it was a few players. I'm talking about 2 billion might, 2.5 billion might, 2.9 billion might, 3 billion might, damn near, and you get zero during KvK. And it's like crazy. Now, as you can see right there, he got capped. That's a part of KvK, guys, because there's so many traps out there. You really do. I mean, you can get capped, guys. It's just a lot of castles out there sitting on the wonders, sitting in their guild hives, in their little guild hives, sitting everywhere. It's just KvK is just not about people going out attacking something. To some, it's people out baiting and trapping. They're looking for people to rally them. And we did come across a couple of players that were difficult to zero, mainly because they were not inferior, or they were not going to continue to let our players, especially Knight, keep hitting them. Like if someone gets capped, if someone loses their leader, we had a couple of that would migrate. Or they would migrate. We had also a few that would also execute the leader, especially those that couldn't keep the leader or didn't want to migrate. So that was cool. So overall, a lot of great sportsmanship we had in this game, in this KvK. I don't think there was any bitter feelings on any side, on any person's part, or among any guild member or guilds. It was just good war, guys. There's Knight hitting that target right there. As you can see right there, there's the report. Now I do have the video going very fast, ×2, so it will be pretty fast. If you guys want to see a certain report, you can slow the video down at that point. But I wanted to keep it as fast as possible to kind of make to decrease the size of the video. There's another player that's shield. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I will be doing a couple of rallies myself, guys. checking what talents I got set. I definitely will be doing a few rallies. There's Knight again. He's heavily active, guys. Knight is like 18 hours a day active, guys. I'm talking about, I kid you not, man. It's like, I can imagine when he goes to sleep, he's literally exhausted. He will play until exhaustion, guys. More coffee, He just keeps pushing, man. He loves the game, man. He really genuinely loves the game. And he loves to have fun. It's nothing like being a super Lords Mobile player in an account and then having all those skills, man. So we did really great, guys. There was one point where we had so many players online, we were sending 50 at a time, guys. 50K. That's when you know you're full. There you can see I'm setting right now myself. I'm setting right there. So I got several rallies that I actually did myself, guys. There you see the hit, guys. Not a super big target, but he had anti-scout on, so I had no idea what was in there. Just following. There you see I executed Knight's leader, guys. That was, Knight gave me his leader because I did not have one for the rally. And I was rushing, I was hasting to release him back his leader after I hit the target. I executed. And Knight messaged, he was like, "You killed my leader?" That was real funny, man. That was really, really funny, man. That was really funny. And there I am returning some other leaders that players had gave me as well. And then one of our guild members actually gave me one of his alt account leaders to keep. So it was really great. That was cool. But it's cool, it's really nice to. I've never had this much activity. I've never spent this amount of hours. I've never spent this much time in a KvK, guys, in my entire Lords Mobile history. And I've never used so many T3. There is going to be a time in here that I actually completely ran out of Lunite, guys. I mean, 0 Lunite. I was scrambling to there was no Lunite packs other than the one pack in there that I ended up getting 2 of, just to try to heal troops at the end. This was close to when we were about to relax for a while and recluse, and everybody was gonna rest or relax or go to sleep in Knight's case. So here we go. There's another hit, guys. It was just, this is mad respect for AG, guys. Mad respect for the guild members, because it's like, man, rally leads and players in our guild were just finding target after target. There was not one single target that was in our guild that was rallied during KvK when we were out crushing things. I think we did have one guild member, if I recall correctly, that I think he got zeroed. I don't know, and because I just happened to see it while I was making the last video. I just happened to see it in the chat or in the Kingdom chat, the Kingdom news. The guild ASK, if I'm correct, they got one of our members. And this is during KvK, guys. That guild is scandalous, guys. No integrity, no anything. So there we see the rallies that we have set here, guys. Like I said, I got it going fast. I can hardly read what's going on. but I kind of remember a little bit of it. There's Knight setting against Captain there. This guy, we would catch up with him about 5 hours after this as well. He had healed everything or something he did. I don't know what he did, but he came back for more. There were players that got brutalized, guys. Guys who were sitting at the Wonders offline or even online, but a lot of them that were offline were destroyed, guys. I'm talking about if they sat at the Wonders, and that's what players do. Players think they can during KvK, doing Wonder War. Some players actually imagine that they can sit at the Wonder, gaining and earning points, KvK points, and think that they can just relax and go offline for a while. That's, if you don't know what kingdoms you're fighting against in KvK, you really can't do that. I mean, players should be aware that if there is a guild like Knights or Pepsi Star, another Pepsi Star or Dome, Oleg, or any of those those amazing guilds or players. There's Knight again, guys. It's gonna be non-season for this dude. It's just target after target. It's like one foot after the other. No pausing, just one hit. If that player is, if he isn't not defeated, or there's not a walk back on the first hit, then Knight's setting again. He's gonna set again. So it was really, really, really good, man. Knight back at it. There's healing, guys. A ton of healing, guys. That was the most expensive KvK for me ever, guys. There I am having to get some more T5 out. I had over 154 million points. And so, yeah, that was a lot of, and I was, in some marches, I was sending all T5, which I'm just trying to make sure whatever I got to do to make us have the best we need, man. That's our boy there. He's very skilled, man. Yeah, he's very skilled. He's like a lion or a pit bull. He's just ferocious. He's on you, man. I'm talking about he's on you. I wanted to actually catch some of Knight going to certain targets and checking their front line or getting a report or something like that. But a lot of times he didn't do that. He just set a rally. As he would say it, shoot and ask questions later, But he definitely dominated, and he's definitely a rally leader. He's definitely our rally leader here, guys. It's crazy. They see I'm out of Lunite speed ups, and luckily today, the next day, or should I say hours later, this was probably about 13 hours later, they actually 14 hours later, something like that. There we go, guys. It's a great guild to be in, man. It's a great guild. AG Guild, participates in everything. Guildfest, Baron, Emperor, Chaldens, Paladin, Dragon Arena, Chaos Arena. This guild, AG, participates in everything, guys. This is a super active guild, guys. They don't play, they don't take no stuff, man. They are cool, they're great people. But these are gamers, guys. These are people, these are gamers. And nobody is sparing any expenses when it comes to anything. They have plenty of resources for all players to heal. I always use my own. I mostly always have it, but I've never run out of resources. Sometimes I just buy resources, but there are times that you have to kind of like use it if you don't have it. But I try to always have it. But I want to make sure yeah. I had to check, make sure I still had on my upkeep gear. Got a lot of resources out because I opened up a ton of admin quests using the clicker and that tapper I did the last video. If you guys are not familiar with the auto clicker and the auto tapper, you may want to check out my last video so that you can see how to open up those slots and those bags effortlessly. You don't even have to do anything, just set it up. There we go, guys. There you see us right there taking a fort. Now, we would go into a kingdom and we would just take the fort, but we really would not have this guy here, guys. Check this guy out here, guys. This is crazy, guys. This dude is 1.3 billion might. There's the first hit. Or was that him? Let me see. This is one of those crazy ones right here, guys. He doesn't even have on any gear. 0 gear. I'm thinking this guy must be quitting Lord's Mobile. It's like, I don't even get it. But he whoever found this person, I think it was Knight. I'm not exactly sure. But this guy is going to get obliterated, demolished. As you can see, I didn't have an opportunity to join the first couple of rallies for whatever reason. I was able to, I think, get in this one barely, just barely was able to get in there for some reason. And that's how it is with some of the rallies in our guild. Sometimes we fill up really, really fast, and then sometimes it can delay. But for the most part, there's no difficulty in setting and filling rallies. So here we go with this guy again. Here we go again. Just pounded this dude. He's just one of few that Knight is going to butcher, destroy. I think he started with, I think this guy's, I'm not sure how many troops he started with. We had several players. One particularly, I know one had 55 million or around that area, probably higher, but I believe 55 million troops. And then you have that guy there. There's Axe again, nothing there. We're trying to get those leaders that he released, that this castle here released or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. Or maybe they was just the remaining 4 million troops, people just zeroed. And we'll take a look again at the Kingdom report, or the Kingdom report, or news about that castle. Look at that, man. That's just a ton of losses. That dude got destroyed and no gear on. That's crazy, guys. I guess that's some people who just definitely want to get zero. There you see it right there. No more. It kept telling me there's no more room in there, but I know I saw a few spaces. That was crazy. Crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy, man. It's just to zero kingdoms out, guys. Can you imagine that? I mean, just to zero kingdoms out. If you were in a guild, and your targets were offline or online, it wasn't gonna be healthy for them. It wasn't gonna be good for them. It was not gonna be great for them. As you can see right there. As you can see right there, another player right there. Some of them would either be in fury, or when the rally is set on them and they are online, they port away. As if that's going to make their odds better. Here's this guy here. He's online. As you guys can see, he's online. This player's online. His ward was full too. That's ridiculous. So he's been online baiting all day or something. There he ports. Oh, he got hit, I guess. This is what it does, guys. It's like crazy. There he lost 143. It was a total of 143 million, Mike. Crazy, man. Can you imagine doing this? We did it from 8. I was online at KvK at 8:40, guys, yesterday morning, and it ended for me around 7 p.m., guys. I took, I think, one pause at about 5 o'clock to make a run. So that's every bit of, that's like 8-9 hours. 8 to 4 is 9 hours, 8 hours. So it's like 10 hours of playtime. So at least 9 straight hours, guys, playtime. I'm thinking. There's Here's the next target, one after the other. Now look at it's just. I'm at loss of words, guys. I'm at loss of words, to be honest. And as you can see, we had several rally leads that did not get reports from castles that were either baiting or, they just got a lot of troops. We had a few times where Knight would offer advice or relay to some of our members, kind of make them aware that certain comps don't have the success rate as others. I don't think it could have been one, but if so, it was only one time where a person Knight hit and that he did not get a report. I only think it was, no, I take that back. I think there were two, it could have been 2 times Knight got capped. But I don't think he used a bunny at all during KvK, guys. Not one time do I think Knight used a bunny, guys. And like I said, sometimes Knight would win against certain castles with a lot of troops by a small margin, guys. It's crazy. There's a hit here. Speed it up. There you see. We use a lot of speeds too, guys. There you see the burn. These are players that think they can take the hits, guys. And you would actually think they could. Some of them you would think they could. Some of these players you would think they could take a hit. They have so many troops. It's like when you got 30, 40, 50 million troops, you would think that you're secure and you're safe. You would be like, I'm gonna cap them. And now that's true, guys, because some players can have and do have that many troops. But if they don't have the gear and the stats, something like that, to be able to take the rallies, they're not going to win, guys. It's not going to happen for them. So, and we had some guys that had, what I think I saw is a lot of the people who are rallying. Look at there's another one right there, guys, with the speed ups on them. Another one, 28 million troops, guys. So that's a heavy amount of troops. This one didn't have any T5. I was like, wow, he had no T5s. He was like a trap account, T4 trap account. But that's cool. That's a lot of troops, guys. A lot of troops, man. A lot of troops. And with Antium, we don't know what's inside the castle. So one of the things I will say is some of the castles that we did hit, there you see I'm at 67. I'm gonna double that and more by the end of this. Just a second, guys. Cat was in there making noise. He gets to screaming for my wife to hang out with her and stuff like that. Hang out with her. All right. So there you see, guys. It's crazy, man. So basically, like, as I'm saying, for me, this was a very different KvK that I'm used to, because I'm not used to such an extremely fast pace. Now, I've like I said, I've played in quite a few Barons and Emperors wars and things like that. Um, this is different because you're actually going out looking for targets. You're actually rallying different accounts. It's not like a wonder war where you're fighting 3 billion versus 3 billion. I mean, 3 million versus 3 million, 4 million plus 4 million. You're not fighting like that. You're fighting players, individual players, and you're hopping all over the map to locate and find targets or to rally targets that are hopping everywhere. So it's a different experience. KvK is a different experience, and like I said, this is the first time I have ever played KvK on this level. Hence, my first time ever having 150 plus million points. That's crazy. And to see Knight with well over a billion points. Knight had 1,100 plus million points, guys. I mean, I'm talking about that's just a ridiculous amount. His 100 million points is greater than some individual players' total points. There we see Knight was capped. This player here was pretty thick, guys. He was pretty thick. We had multiple players go after him. I don't know what I just typed there, but we had multiple players go after him. Still a great, look at it, still a great amount of damage, guys. I'm talking about still well over almost 220 million might there. There's the next hit. And I need to heal and all of that. There you see our couple of our players in there. Here I go, guys. I'm gonna get in on the fun, as you can see. I don't plan on getting capped. I'm gonna use Bunny. I'm gonna use everything. I'm gonna send the entire force at him, guys. There's the other no report. So he's very thick, guys, and I'm up to bat. There you see their gear that they sent cavalry, so I will be going in cavalry. This is what I didn't need, somebody reinforcing him. I was like, oh damn, it's crazy. Now I get somebody to add some troops in there. So I'm gonna use Trojan. I'm using Hellfire. I'm using Bunny. I'm using attack boost. I'm gonna use everything. I'm throwing the entire whole arsenal at him, guys. Everything I got. I'm hitting with everything I got, guys. And by being in the guild with Knight and Light and these other players, I'm learning, guys. I'm still in the process of learning what troop comps go with what phalanxes and all that type of stuff. And it's really a beautiful thing to learn. There's a 70% attack boost. We got 30 seconds left. Here we go. There's 25. Here we go. And it's time for gear time because they are going to speed it. It's 5. There we go. 4, 3. There's the gear. There's the pop. There's the cap. But it was a good hit, guys. You'll see the difference between what Knight did and what we did. Nobody's coming close to Knight. Knight hit him for quite a bit loss. I took a second hit at him, guys, as you can see. I'm loading up again. Why not, right? I still got my leader, right? Why not hit him again? I hit him for a lot of might loss then. Why not roll again with him? Ton of healing, guys. I'm saying I have never used this much Lunite. There you see, guys, he's gone. He's out of here. Look him up, though. He's still in the kingdom. But I think he migrated, at the time, he migrated out of the kingdom, then came back, guys. So he migrated out and then returned just so he could have the rally off of him. There's the gears. Beautiful, beautiful gear, guys. Knight has max castle stars, max artifacts, max astrolites. This dude has max decorations. Everything about Knight is maxed out. The man he's a showboat. He's a styler. He's like to flex. He loves to flex, man. The dude, he's earned a name for himself in Lawrence Mobile. He is up there with the best. And if people don't know him, they're going to continue to hear about him, because I'm making videos now. And if you haven't heard about First Knight, you're hearing about him now. And who hasn't heard about it? Because at every major event, there he is again. There's that man again. So you can't run from him. You can't hide from him. You can't play Lawrence Mobile on any warring level and not know First Knight, period. It may be possible. It may be possible because there are a lot of maxed up accounts that I had never heard of. So it's possible. But we're getting his name out there. We're helping to get his name out there because he's already well known. But the man is a beast, man. And this is what I mean by examples like this here, Guild Fest. If you are free to play, there's just no way you can be in this guild. There is no room for a free to play account in this guild. In no guild like this. Do you see how many T5 we use? And if it's high T5 or 60-40 T5 or pure T5, you won't be able to join the rallies. You won't be able to assist in rallies. You won't be useful. So that's what I mean by players that are not pay to play. We don't have free to play accounts in this guild, because where you're going to get Lunite and T5 rebuilt over and over and over again. I mean, I've never used in any event ever this many T5 or use this much Lunite. I had to go get the turf club and the Mirage rim to start working on my Lunite again. My only other option is to keep purchasing it out of IGG store. So being in here is also difficult for me in this guild because I'm so heavy. And now I need migration scrolls. They do have a pack out now, not a pack, an event. It's not a pack, it's an event they have out where you are able to get a couple of migration scrolls in it, and that's cool. But migration scrolls don't come easy. This guy here, he played us, guys. We should have familiarized him. He played us. He waited for the last second and he ran on us, which was best for him anyway. There you see with my little emoji there, because he did the same thing when I hit him, and then he hit me with a familiar, and I put the same one up that he did. This KvK, it was exhausting, guys, because it's so lengthy. And I kid you not, guys, when I stopped playing after 9 hours, me and Knight and a lot of other players that were online that entire time, when I ceased playing, it's like the second shift came in, guys, to play. I had already reached a point where I didn't have any Lunites. My infirmaries were full of T5 troops. I did not have Lunite. I was out of Lunite speeds. So I was like, oh boy. And I was still feeling rallies, guys, without Lunite. I didn't have Lunite to heal. My infirmary was full, and I was still feeling Lunites, which I learned I I can have T5 troops that go to my sanctuary, and you don't need Lunite to pull your troops out of the sanctuary. So I learned that, which is cool. So T5 troops can go to your sanctuary, and you don't need Lunite to heal them or bring them out. But if they're in your infirmary, they need Lunite to heal them. So I had to try to, on a couple occasions I didn't, but on any other occasions where when my infirmary was full, any occasion that I failed a rally, let me restart over that. When I reached a point where I was completely out of, then you see that pause, that lost connection. I think I was driving at that point, guys. I'm not sure, but I could have been driving. I had an errand to run, and so I think I sent the wrong troop comp too. But when it got to a point where I didn't have Lunite, I didn't have Lunite speeds, and I also had a full infirmary, I still was feeling rallies. I was not feeling all the rallies, but I was definitely trying to help out and wanted to definitely help out. So when I did feel rallies, I pretty much tried to make the balance there to where my T5 would go to the sanctuary and my T4 would be killed off. And I'm in the process of needing to lose weight anyway because I'm so big, and now that I have very limited migration scrolls, and migration scrolls don't come easy, it's going to be difficult for me to migrate now going forward. I got a lot of migration scrolls I need to get, and I have very few right now. And I am opening up my guild quests. Now, I opened up a lot of guild quests with the guild quest clicker and tapper that I showed you guys in the last video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is much better. But I opened up a lot, but I probably should have waited until guild coins are double. Then I would have gotten twice as many. There's Knight with another big hit, 45 million troops, guys. A beast, guys. He's a beast, man. Look at all those troops, guys. A nice hefty amount of T5, T4. Not a whole lot of T2, but come on, guys. This guy is really nice account. I don't remember what gear he was in. I don't recall. But that's crazy, man. Yeah, I showed him right now. He was in monster gear. I think he's in monster gear, and he got caught slipping. It's crazy, man. It is crazy, guys. And there they going at him again. Knight's going at him again, and that's Sabnu. Pause. He loves rallying too. Him and SRM. Him, Big Castro. Those are the guys that love to do rallies in our guild. They are extremely active in rallies. Now look at this here, guys. This person lost far less might. This time he went from losing, it was a 12.3, it was 12 million troops lost to 5 million troops lost. So it's like this, what happened here? We were really like, what's going on? The guy either counted, or he put his gear on, or he came online, or something, guys. But Knight still got the burn out of him. If he had done that the first rally, he may have possibly won. Not guaranteed, but possibly he could have. So I was looking at here trying to figure out what happened here. So he must have switched gear or something. Is that gonna stop Knight? Knight gonna go after him again. There you go again. Now they're going at it, guys. There's the third hit, guys. So he's at 30 million troops now. So there's 3 hits on him. One, there was a total of the first one 218 total bite drop, and I'm kind of comparing them basically. But he did really great the second time, guys. And I was trying to see what Knight changed or what he did different or what the opponent, the person we were rallying, did different. I was trying to figure out what was the cause for the different numbers that we were seeing. I forgot what Knight said in the chat. I think Knight simply said he changed gear or something like that. But it don't stop Knight. A lot of benefits, guys, of having a rally leader like Knight, man. And we're looking at it again, guys. I'm just trying to compare. Just trying to compare those three hits. 200. That first hit was the worst. The second hit, the guy did real good on defense. And then the third hit, I don't think Knight changed anything. The third hit, he got hit hard again. But by then, you're losing even more troops too, though. I mean, so it reached a point where he decided to get Ghost before he got zeroed. He you just some castles like Knight, you really just can't go head to head with or face off with. And there he is again. Number 4, guys. And there's another hit, guys. That's number 4 there on that guy. It says, I couldn't really read it, but yeah. There you can see me right there, guys. This is the point where I am completely out of Lunite, guys. There's the Mirage Rim subscription. And there you see I'm still filling rallies. Yeah, it's tough, guys. There's Knight. Knight is just beating up on castles, guys. He is terrorizing the kingdoms. It's crazy, man. This is why IGG has restricted kingdoms. There's just no way you can let players like this dude, Knight, and all these major players just up in the guild, tearing and ripping up stuff, man. Just destroying, I mean, demoralizing and taking all the confidence out of players. I mean, a lot of players would quit Large Mobile if they didn't have these protected kingdoms. When I started playing Large Mobile, there was a protected kingdom. You had a year or something. They gave you a certain time limit. Then the kingdom would open and the big boys would come in. But now, IGG has it where if your castle is a certain amount of days old or years old, you can't even go to certain kingdoms. That's amazing. That don't make sense. I could be 1 billion might and been playing Large Mobile for 5-6 years. You're telling me I can't go to a kingdom? That's ridiculous. I don't know where they got that rationale from. As you can see, guys, there's normally, as you can see in the time up there, there's 6 hours. No, that's 5:59. But here's where I definitely was connecting to my phone, my other phone hotspot. But there's normally a time limit, But since these are multiple, since the war was multiple, look at that. I'm in the sanctuary now, guys. Look at that, full, guys, full. Infirmary full, guys. I'll try to do things like heal T4 so that I can have more room for T5 to get in there. And then I just learned, okay, just let them go to the sanctuary. Try to get the T5 into the sanctuary. I don't know what percentage or how many went to the sanctuary because everything was fast paced. I could have really paid attention to the numbers, and I would have had a great idea if I just sent a certain amount, and I would have been able to determine how many is actually being saved in the sanctuary compared to how many actually go to the infirmary. So I'm really trying to figure it out now, guys. I'm like, okay, now I'm in the Mirage Rim, and I'm trying to get things straightened out now. I didn't mean to show all this, but I guess I forgot to push record or pause. So yeah, now we're gonna pop a gathering boost on and things like that, and get in there and try to get some Lunite done, which it takes away also from how many armies I can send out for multiple rallies and stuff. So that's also hard to do. And here we go. Here we go. Back at it, guys. There it is again. That's a good hit. So like I said, we got multiple players with beautiful accounts. Very nice accounts. Much better than mine, that are rally leaders. Way better than mine, should I say. And with far more skills than me. And they love Warren. They're not on Knight's level as far as knowledge and stats. There's SRM FR, guys. He loves to do rallies too. We joke with him. He jokes too, because every time he sets a rally, people shield, and he's like, he's got this shield curse he thinks is going on. So that's a good example. Like I said, Snap New, he loves doing rallies. Big Castro loves doing rallies. Light loves doing rallies. Who else? There's a few that love to do rallies, guys. Davin loves to do rallies. So here we go back in it, guys. As you can see, Knight is about to do a hell of a hit on this guy. Now, the video kind of messed up a little bit, so I had to back up about a minute or two, maybe. So sorry about that. Lost my train of thought, what I was saying here. But there's that big hit right there. That is a really big hit, guys. Lorenzo got smacked pretty good. Now, I was looking for something in there. I don't know what I was looking for, but I was looking for something. That's a pretty nice hit, guys. So, crazy, man. Just crazy. There he is right there. I'm just put that out the way. That's some beautiful gear. He looking great. He loves to do rallies. There's the contender. There's Big Knight. It's crazy, man. I wish I knew how much those accounts cost. I would say I'm like 25% there of where they're at, to be honest. Because I have probably a little more than half the astrolites, far less than the artifacts. But when you talk about accounts like Knights, you're talking about it. I'm far less than half of the astrolites, because he has so many gear pieces, So it's just like, man, it's just crazy to think of. You know, it's just crazy to think of it, man. It really is. But I'm hoping one day to do a overview of his account. Could probably have him to record certain sections for me, you know, sections at a time, and I just take it from there. He can basically show what he wants to show. You know, some major accounts may not want to show all their stats, but Knight has every stat you can imagine, every maxed out artifacts, maxed out astrolites, maxed out decorations, every champ piece, every non-champ piece. I mean, every hero, every castle, all familiars maxed. The only thing he don't have is emperor pieces. Or he may have one or two of those, guys. To be honest, he just doesn't probably wear them. To be honest, honestly, he probably just doesn't wear them. Just like you see he's rocking that one leader skin, that portrait skin or whatever he's rocking. He don't change it. He just keeps that, and which is cool. He rather rock that and roll with that than put his 11K heroes on as his visible leader. You know, it's crazy, man. He's definitely amazing. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know him personally, but yeah, he's a boss. So Knight's capped. Somebody else is capped. Then Knight gets back on a little while later. He was gonna get some rest. It's late by this time, guys. It's very late for him, and it's just about over for all of us, for real. And then, like I said, guys, this is like a job. Honestly, this is like a job. Being in this guild is like a job, because there you see, I'm still trying to feel, guys. Still trying to feel, as you can see. My troops were returned. Even though my infirmary is full. I got a full infirmary, guys. I have no Lunite. I have a full infirmary. And by now it's probably, I want to say it's probably p.m. I think it is, guys. It's probably 6 o'clock for me. Almost 7 o'clock. And this is like a job, guys, an employment. This is like a work. It's like a business playing in this guild. Because no soon as we finished our 8 and 9 hours of KvK, then there was like the second half of our guild that came on to do rallies. Davin came back on, as you can see. Davin's back on to do rallies, and he's about to go even longer. I didn't go to sleep, guys, until about 3:45 a.m. But I was done playing Lost Mobile at about 7 p.m. 7 p.m. I mean, I was done playing Lost Mobile about 7 or 8 p.m. But I was still making YouTube videos on the clicker and the tapper. So if you haven't seen that video, I just made that one prior to this video. But I was making that video, and I saw they went to a new kingdom. They were rallying players, and I really did want to join. Honestly, if I wanted to join, but I was like, oh no, I need to get some rest, because if I had joined and KvK was going to end about 2 hours and 15 minutes from the time I was about to go to sleep, KvK was about to end. So I was like, I better not start warring again, because when KvK is ending, then I'm not going to be able to help and support at that point, and we may need everybody online for that. So I was like, I better chill out. There you see, guys, Knight back at it. And I think this was, you know what, I think I do have a section of the war in the wrong place. So this was probably in the middle somewhere, guys, is what I'm guessing. If I'm correct, I think this was in the middle somewhere. And I was not able to, somehow I got, when I was merging the video and condensing it and taking things out and putting things in, I put something in the wrong spot, I think is what I'm guessing. And it could be an overlap, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's an overlap. I think I just forgot to do it. I forgot to do it. You can also look at the timestamp. That says 15:07. So this section here, this portion here, would have been right before the end of the last section where Knight gets capped and things like that. So it's just out of place a little bit. So it should have proceeded the last section. So I wanted to definitely put it in there because it's important. You know, it's good stuff. Man, that's crazy, man. It takes so much time, so much effort, so many resources. Man, it really does. It takes so much focus. It really does, man. And I know it's like tonight at this point, it's kind of like just pushing buttons. You know, he doesn't have to do a lot of meditation and contemplating on doing rallies because he is so experienced in it. I mean, he can see certain castles and just set a rally on them. You know, some players got to sit there and break the wall and test phalanx and comps and do all of that stuff. Whereas Knight's just cocks, locks, loads, and goes into battle. And it works for him. So yeah, here you go, guys. I think this is part of the, yeah. Like I said, I don't know if it's a replay or if it's just out of place, this portion, this section. But we're nearing the end of it, so that's cool, guys. Just, you know, it's really good, guys. Yeah, so as you can see, we're at this guy again. 146. No, that's a different guy. I apologize, guys. That's a different guy. Yeah, that is him, guys. So it definitely was a repeat. So I think that's a repeat of the guy that we had did a battle on many times. 2024, I think that was the last hit we hit on him. And then we would have went to the other section, but I was not certain which section was which. So I had to use that. Yeah, that's the guy we already used. So I'm going to pause and see if I can just take it further. We'll take it further and see what's going on. Okay, so this is where we wind down right here, guys. This is it. This is it. All right, so that pretty much does it, guys. I'm gonna get this video ready to get the popping. I mean, not very many troops there at all, right? All right. You see, I got my troops in the Mirage Rim. Knight's back at it. He does not quit. Crazy, man. What a war, man. What a war. So here we go, guys. Fortunately, when we woke up, we did have some Lunite, as you guys can see right here. Did have some Lunite here, those packs there. But before then, I had to go with, I think it was like this. No, not that. It's, what's this? Nope. Let me see. Not that. Where is it at, man? I think it was, boom. It was these packs here that I'm about to show you. These packs here is what they had that had partial of Lunites in it. Definitely not the kind of packs you want to get just for Lunite, right? But hey, what else could I do? I mean, I could have just set out the war, but I was able to upgrade a castle. This one right here. Which one was it? It was a infantry and I think cavalry. I was able to max out this guy right here, guys, with 1%. So that was cool. Gave me a 4% each on those. So I was able to do that. And then, of course, the rest of this stuff in here that it's nothing spectacular at all. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. We had a great KvK, guys. Here's those numbers for you guys. Right here. Here's the numbers. There's the kills, as you guys can see. Kills he had on there. It's all Knight, guys. We took the forts and the base in a different kingdom. I don't know how that came to be, why, but it was. There you see my stats here. Where they at? Let me see. Mine is rank 21, 154 million. I got quite a few. If you guys can see my kills go up in the videos, I got quite a few kills out of there. I do not know how these players, guys, get that many guild points, guys. How do you get 33, 23, 15, 14 billion KvK points, guys? When I was with Knight for 8, 9, almost 10 straight hours, from 8:30 a.m. until 6 or 7 p.m. I was warring, guys. We were rallying castles, targets, not any other way. That's where the majority, mainly 99% of our points came from. So how are these guys getting this ridiculous, amount? You would have to, they put it like this, they were not doing castle rallies. I don't know what they were doing. Tile hitting or letting their players get zeroed or splitting their guild and doing all sorts of weirdo stuff. But I don't know how they was getting this. Like I said, I was with Knight in our guild for all those hours, and I only got 150. Knight only got a billion. Knight only got 1,110,000,000. So how is it that these players are getting all that? I mean, it's like, I don't get it, man. You know, that's the kingdom. Let me see if we have the kingdom one like that. Solo ranking. How does this player get 6 billion solo ranking points, guys? How does these players do this? Here's their account. It's a maxed out account. For the most part, it's okay. I mean, it's a great account. Here's the next one. He's a maxed player. But from what I'm saying, guys, and none of them are like Knight, right? Where is he at? 1,100,000,000. Look at Knight, guys. 280 castle stars. 280 castle stars. 1,004 artifact stars. 198 blessed. 2,424 levels. Maxed decorations. Probably maxed, more than like it's maxed army stars. And this, we play straight, guys, war after war after war. You don't really get any better than that. And look at these other players who, come on, man, how does this dude get, you know, unless these players are just getting zeroed billions of might just dropping. So that's why I don't get how these points are added up. These points are not all earned the same way. These points are just not all added up the same way. Number 3. These points are just not added up the same way, guys. So I'm not sure how this is happening. I don't get it. How can these people have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times as many points? You know, I don't get it. But hey, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. IGG needs to find a way to differentiate between what kills people are getting, whether somebody's killing all of someone's T1s in towel hitting, or somebody's getting zeroed. I mean, it needs to differentiate between actual war points, because some of these are not legit points. But shout out to Knight. He did a great job. We earned our points. So I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. I appreciate it. Ed from Kansas City.